Right. So first of all, I will put 120 liters here.
Yes, I did.
As we were speaking about, that we want to have it on heavy fuel so that you can feel a lot of the car. Then for Imola, rear wing 5 is a good base. I will put the preload, which is currently 10 Newton millimeter, to like 75. That will give you good stability on the brakes. Just makes the transmission from the power to the coasts of the differential a little slower. Therefore allowing a lot more rear end stability, because that's what we want in the car. Engine mix I just put on race lean for now. It's not
Okay.
a big difference anyway. Um,
Mhm.
Going to the suspension part of the car, we want to have a very soft rear end spring and also a soft front end spring, but just a tad stiffer than the rear. So I put the spring rate on front on 2 and on rear on 1. Um,
Okay.
as for the bumps, I also ordered the slow bump and the slow rebound dampenings. Again, we want to kind of have a kind of soft car. So I put the slow bump on the front on 2 and the rear bump as well, or the rebound as well, and I'm gonna put the same for the rears. So the car will be very, very soft indeed, but it will be quite good around these corners here since they require a lot of trail braking, so you need to really lean on that suspension. Being able to deal with the transmission, with the weight changes and everything.
Okay.
Also on the right height, on the front I keep the minimum 4.5. On the rear end I will raise the car to 6.3. This will cause maybe a little bit of oversteering moments, especially in the high speed area turns. But once the suspension gets compressed, the lower you run on the rear right height, the earlier you run on the packers. And once you run on the packers, as you may know, the rear suspension turns stiff immediately, and
Mhm.
this can make you crash. Um,
Understood.
Also for the toe in, I'm gonna put the toe in on front to 0. I think that's just the best in the car, and I have a 1 click or 2 clicks, actually 2 clicks of positive toe in on the rear, will give you good acceleration, good grip out of the corners. About
Uh,
the anti-roll bars, you had a question?
no, I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I'm listening. No, no question. No
Okay.
question.
About the anti-roll bars, um, R factor 2 in general always, in 99% of all cases, needs a detached rear anti-roll bar. Um, I cannot give you a physical explanation to why that is.
Mhm.
It basically a lot of times doesn't make any sense, but a detached rear anti-roll bar is just for whatever reason the best that you can have on the car.
Understood.
Also for the endurance run, the anti-roll bar at the front, I'm gonna put it on 10. It will drive understeery in the very beginning of the stint, but if you are doing more and more laps, the tires start to degrade, and as soon as the tires are starting to degrade, the balance of the car shifts a lot more to the front, which means you will soon start to slide the rear, and then things get worse and worse and worse and worse. So to counter steer that straight away, I put that anti-roll bar on 10, and this will help you good. Chassis, nothing you can set on advanced. I gonna go lower with the camber at the front, and also half a degree lower on the camber on the rear. Minimum tire pressure is always important in the car. And for anti-lock brake system, I'm gonna give you the full anti-lock brake system, 12.
Mhm.
And for the traction control, 4. This should give you very, very basic basic setup that shall be quite easy, I want to say, for you to be driven balance-wise. The brake bias, I start with 52.1. Brake bias in the end is something personal, so when driving and you feel like you're locking up the fronts, well, you cannot really lock up the fronts, but when you feel like you miss rotation, then you can obviously play around with that. So
okay,
I send you the setup now.
Okay. How can I load the setup? Because
You
sorry,
click,
I'm not.
you go into Garage,
Okay.
and then you see all the folders, and then
Okay. Okay.
you
Yeah,
scroll
sorry.
down to Received, and in the brackets there it should say a number, and then you click on the Received folder, and on the right hand side then you see a lot of setups, and it should say Michihoya 01.
No, sorry, Michi. Where I have to go? On R Factor or in
In R Factor,
Discord?
you stay in R
In
Factor.
I stay in R Factor.
You click on
Where
the
do I
top
go?
right, Garage. On the top right, click Garage, so you get to the setup menu. Then
Okay.
on the top,
Setup. Okay.
you need to select the window where you set the fuel.
Okay.
And in the bottom, it says on the left-hand side folders or directories, whatever your language is going to set to.
Uh-huh.
And then right now we are at Imola 18 on that folder. You see
Yes, I have Imola 18.
exactly, and you scroll down to Received. There should be a folder called Received or
Okay. Okay, see. Received.
exactly. Then you click on that,
Okay.
and then you find the setup.
Okay. Okay.
You
Make
load
sure
it, and then you can save
load
it
it.
in. You can go back to Imola 18, go into that folder and save it. Then you have it.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway,
So,
it will always stay in the received folder, so no need to really
no,
save it.
no need. Okay.
And then
Okay.
you
So,
basically go out and I have a watch.
okay. Load.
Yes.
No. Now, where do I start to have a watch? Okay. Suspension. We'll start with. Okay. Fuel 120.
Exactly. And then you
Tire.
tire soft.
Yes, I see 140 kPa, camber minus 2.5, and
Exactly.
rear camber minus 1.5, right?
Yes.
Okay, then brakes,
Mhm.
front, brake bias, 52.1 in front and 47.9 rear.
Yes, you can change that to your liking, but I would advise
Okay,
running with this first and see how stable the car is for you.
okay, sure, sure. Brake duct blanking at 33%, and then the max speed of force 100%.
Yep.
Chassis, I think there's nothing to do.
Exactly.
That is right. Okay. And suspensions.
Mhm.
Suspension. So all the spring rate in the front, slow bump, rebound, fast bound, and fast rebound are set to 2.
Yes.
Packers 0 centimeters.
Mhm.
Ride height 4.5 centimeters.
Yep.
Spring rubber detached. Anti-sway 10. Toe
Mhm.
in 0.
Mhm.
Then the rear, the spring rate is soft. Bump rebound slow and fast are set to 2.
Mhm.
Ride height 6.3.
Yes.
Anti-sway detached and toe in 0.234.
Exactly.
Aerodynamics P5, radiator tape 20%.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
that's all for the setup. This is the setup
Yes, this is the correct
we're
setup.
going to start, the correct setup.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I never changed like this, but I say I didn't want to change it because I just wanted to be focused on driving first.
Yes. I can understand, but this setup
Okay.
should give you a better opportunity and more reliability in the car. so that you can work better on your driving.
Ah, yes, yes, I can understand, sure. Okay, what I have
Okay,
to do?
you just go out and drive. I'm gonna watch you drive, and
Okay,
we're gonna start working on your driving then.
okay, okay, go.
Okay. Yep. The first couple of laps are just gonna stay silent and watch and do my notes, and
Go.
afterwards we're gonna discuss it a little bit. And if you wish for me to drive to show you some things, if you are interested in some specifics, or if I want to show you something, then we just swap seats. You have a watch at me for a minute or two, and then you go drive out and work on the areas.
Okay, go.
Yep. How are you feeling? Still getting used to the car?
Yes, yes.
Okay, drive on. I will just further look at it. Have you done some laps before in terms of lap times? What did you do?
44.9.
44.9?
No, 43.9.
43.9, okay. That was with 50 liters in the basic setup, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna let you further drive and see how you will be able to get around with the car. How do you feel the car compared to before?
Much better.
Much better?
Much better.
Okay, great.
Yes, much better. More, I would say, neutral and stable.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this was the intention.
Keep driving.
Yeah, you keep driving. I want to see a
Okay.
144 at least before we go
Okay.
into deeper analysis. Can you still go quicker?
I try.
Because otherwise I would go a little bit into a debrief with you.
Maybe it's better.
Then maybe just hit escape.
Okay.
And we're gonna speak a little bit about the track first. So I have sent you the track map in Discord.
Yes.
You may want to open the picture.
Okay.
Or just look at the picture. I think if you open it, you may have issues with seeing it.
Okay. And where is it? 1 second. And
Kind of in the top of the screen.
yes. Okay. Here we go. I see it.
Okay. So in turn 2 and 3, basically the
Yeah.
first chicane,
Mm-hmm.
you can push the car a lot harder out of turn 3, while still, just steering and actually maximum throttle already.
Already.
The
Okay.
car, I see you turn a lot on the wheel, and I see you want to make the car turn by reducing speed. But what you actually need to do in this car is you need to push it, and you need to push with the power, and therefore rotate the car a little with the rear, because the Corvette itself is a very understeery GT3 car.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do is you want to turn in, have a kind of steady average turn in, like you turn a lot on the wheel, actually too much. So if you slightly reduce that turn in of the wheel, but push with the throttle, you're gonna rotate the car.
Understood.
And therefore you want to make more use of the track in itself in turn 2 and 3. I see you a lot while braking, like that you are kind of in the middle of the road, and therefore you're missing a lot of
Yeah.
potential turn in speed on the apex into turn 2, which is why you lack some exit speed in turn 3, and so on.
Clear.
Next up, and whenever you have questions, just shoot them out.
No, it's clear. It's
Okay.
clear.
Next
No
up,
pressure.
turn 5 and 6, Variante Villeneuve.
Mm-hmm.
Your approach into turn 5 is kind of good and kind of right, like you're touching the inside curb and you're trying to maximize your way into the chicane. But then you kind of not finish the turn completely, and therefore you are approaching turn 6 in a not optimal angle, I want to say.
I agree, because this is one of my, let's say, mistakes. I know that.
Yes.
I know. I really know.
Okay. Then this is something we're gonna work a little bit on. I guess you do know the kind of right line into this turn, like
In
that.
in turn 6, you mean? Um,
Otherwise,
sometimes,
okay.
sometimes,
I
sometimes,
okay.
sometimes.
Otherwise, I will just drive 1 or 2 laps so that you can look at certain things while I will re-explain what I just explained to you right now.
I think it's better for me.
Okay. We just finish up front what I want to speak about specific turns. Next up, turn 7, Tossa, the hairpin. This hairpin is a classic late apex characteristic, which means you need to kind of brake very late and turn in very late and really wait very long until you touch the inside of the curb. This is because the turn gets tighter and tighter towards the end. So the apex is quite late, and you need to be quite late on the apex to get the perfect exit speed. Then up the hill, I think again you are leaving a little too much space to the grass. Turn 8 itself, Piratella. This turn looks really, really good. The only thing that you do there is, again, you turn too much on the steering wheel and wait for the car to finish the turn instead of pushing the car and rotating it with the rear. But I'm going to speak about this as soon as I'm going out on track. Aqua Minerali is a pretty difficult one. I don't think you are doing something fundamentally wrong. I mean, I see you brake for that little right-hand kink, and then accelerate a little bit again because you're not feeling 100% confident just yet, and then you brake again.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think you just need a little bit more rhythm and practice into this turn. As I said, nothing you do fundamentally wrong there. Variante Alta. You can make more use of the curb, therefore widening up the track. Nothing wrong in the driving itself. And then the double left-handers Rivazza in the end. I think you take them fairly good. Again, on your exit, you do your bad habit, but that is something we're trying to fight with yet. So I suggest that I will now take out the car and you watch me drive a little bit for really just 1 or 2 laps, maybe 3 laps, and I explain a lot further what I mean. Are you on the new UI or on the old user interface?
The new UI.
Okay.
The new UI.
Sadly, you cannot.
I cannot.
You cannot see my pedal inputs because this would make it easy for you.
Okay.
But I will make sure, or what you can do later on is when you go into the replay and on the old UI, you can compare my pedal inputs with your pedal inputs. And I will give you the timestamp on the videotape where you can find the passage where I am driving, so that you can compare it to you.
Okay, that's fine. One question, Mickey.
Yes.
Are my gears shift gear okay?
They are good.
So I mean, because sometimes I'm getting the first gear
Mm-hmm.
at the Minerali and sometimes at the first Rivazza, and I was wondering if it's okay, good or not. Sometimes,
Depending
on my driving lap.
Exactly.
Depending on my driving lap. Yeah.
That is actually your answer already. It's most down to your driving. Usually, I'd say if you can carry enough speed, second gear is fine. Actually, a bit better. But if you, for some reason, not high entry speed, then use first.
Okay.
Okay. Then, are you watching me right now?
One, I'm switching to R Factor.
Yes.
So I go to watch.
Yeah, no, exactly. You go to watch and then click my camera or click my name.
And I cockpit.
Yes, cockpit.
Okay.
Okay. So, maybe you see it from just watching at it, but as I said, you're losing a lot of time from not maximizing the track on the outside here. And then, as I said, take more curb and just rotate the car with full throttle, just turn in and let the car go.
Yes, because I'm not able to rotate the car. Yes.
Yes, I see that you're struggling with this a bit. Then turn 7, as I said, go a little wide and be on the apex considerably late. And then, as I said, also I think you're kinda leaving a little too much room to the right hand side here. No big deal though. Same here, you can attack the car.
Sorry, Mitch.
Yes.
I cannot see you because it's frozen. The video is frozen. The screen is frozen.
Oh.
I see your pit lane and nothing else.
Press space on the keyboard, or better, scroll down on the bottom of your screen. Then the videotape thingy should come up, and then you can press play.
No, I can't see anything there. 1 second.
I believe you ran into a bug there.
Okay. So what I have to do? Back the video.
Just press play.
Play.
Do you see me drive now?
No. Nope. No, I can see you drive. Mitch, you are the number 2.
Maybe you're accidentally watching your car.
No, I'm now I see your.
Okay.
Okay, your car. I see it. Okay,
Okay. Good.
good.
Yes. So I'm going out of pits again. And so, as I already mentioned, in this upcoming turn 2 and turn 3, make use of the available track. And then maybe you can see it from driving. After the first turn, after here, from here on, I'm all the way flat out, and just, you know, use the steering wheel to let the car go. Turn 5 and 6, that all the way to the left hand side here, and then you can open up your entry into the chicane, not take too much curb. Turn 7, the late apex left-hander, wait, and then kiss the apex here. And then you will see the difference from your habit to my habit on the exit of the turn. This is all the same, but here I basically just attack the car very roughly, very hard. Then looking at Variante Alta, as I said, you can make use of much more curb. Like really mount this curb and mount that curb. Usually that is all fine by driving regulations and the rule books. Into Rivazza, we only really need to attack your habit. So you want to attack the curb, and you also right from here on want to attack the throttle. And just go flat out, manage a little bit of a drift, I want to say. Well, not actually a drift, you know, an initial oversteer. And just manage the rest with the steering wheel. I'm gonna try putting down a fast lap now. So this is all flat out here, apart from me not hitting the apex correctly. Then for 5 and 6, stay very much on the left hand inside, brake, aim for the other curb. Turn 7, once again brake late on the apex as well. Coming up to turn 8, again up till the apex, everything between you and me looks quite similar, but then I just try to let the car go and let it run out of the corner as it wants to. The difference between you and me basically there is you try to force the car to take a more tight line than it actually needs, and then it actually can achieve. And I just, you know, try to carry as much speed out of the turn and just let the car
go.
Yeah, just let the car go basically. Then for Rivazza, as already mentioned, you can take a lot of this inside curb. This will pull you nicely around the first Rivazza. And then for the second, also you just aim for that apex and just go. Do you want to see another lap, or you want to go yourself again?
Just another lap.
Okay.
The last lap.
That was a 1:42.91.
I won't talk now, so you can just watch. And also stay a lot closer to this wall here. Just, you know, shorten the way to the start-finish line.
The lap was a
Okay.
1:42.06.
Do you have any
Nice.
questions at the minute?
No, I don't have a question. I have to put in practice your advice now.
Yes, and you
I,
can make
I
use.
make use as much as possible the track and let the car goes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You can go out straight away. I just need to get something for my throat. For some reason, I'm coughing like an idiot right now.
Okay, I will start.
Yeah,
and
you
then-
can just go out, and I am back in a minute.
Okay.
I'm so
But
sorry.
no problem. Still,
Yes.
the screen is frozen. I don't know why. Okay.
This is a bug from R-Factor 2.
Okay.
Sometimes the screen is freezing with a tape replay and stuff.
I leave the fuel as it now.
Yes, exactly. We want to improve from driving and not from lower
Okay.
fuel.
Okay. Good. I'm starting. Have
Okay,
a drink.
I'm coming.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'm already back.
Already back.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
quick.
Yes, I wanted.
Okay.
I didn't want to go at all, but I. Excuse me.
No problem.
Do you want me to speak to you or just let you drive?
Let's speak for a couple of laps.
Okay. Whenever I see something, I just tell it and try to correct you that way.
Yes.
And you just keep driving.
Yes, please. Yes, I keep driving and correct me when I'm wrong.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, try to stay more to the left there. Yes, goodie. Try to not have too much overlap with brake and throttle at the same time.
Okay.
Rather release the throttle completely and reduce the brake to 10% or something. Try it if you can do it. Yes, beautifully. That was just great. This will take time. It's nothing you can just change. But the first turn 2 was really, really good.
Good. Again.
Never mind. It is now you're trying to find the limit, which is absolutely right. Now try to stay more to the left after turn 5. Yes, a lot better. See how much more speed you could carry through this corner?
Yes.
This has been a very good turn 6. Very good. Try to keep full throttle through this turn 2. Trust the car that it will turn.
Okay.
Very good turn 6. A lot better than before. Beautiful turn 7. You're really getting at there really, really quick.
Thank you.
Remember turn 3, try to stay flat out. Okay, doesn't work now.
Okay. Not one.
Again, we refocus on turn 6. So turn 5, we stay all the way to the left to have a good turn 6. Yeah, slowly getting there. Late braking for turn 7. And later turning. This will need some time. You have done 2 extraordinary
true,
good
yeah.
laps. You did the last time round, so I don't want to accuse you of that has been one-offs. But it will take time to get consistently better at this stage.
I understand. No, better up.
Yes, full push.
Push, push.
Yes, I'll say it now. So again, for the first chicane, left-hander just as usual. Right-hander try to keep the foot down and just try to steer the car not into the grass. Just trust that it will turn. Yes, better. You see the car will still turn when you turn
Yes,
minimum on the steering
still
wheel?
turn.
Right. Yeah, that was kinda alright 10-7. Maybe a little bit too much steering input, otherwise you would
Too
have
much, yes.
Yeah, a little too much. Remember when you overturn on the front axis and on the front wheels, and if they turn too much, they cannot do the rotation either. And therefore the understeer will intensify. Yes, looks good. A lot better. You still had a little bit of overlap from brake to throttle, but this was just fine. Because
Okay.
just minimum brake gets the rotation into the car. Proper trade braking there.
No.
Okay, again, let's focus on turn 5. Stay all the way to the left, even more to the left than last time. Yes, looking good, looking better. We're getting there. You turn way too much on the steering wheel. Try to just only use 60% of the steering wheel.
That's the way.
Yes, not more than this. Yes, exactly, very good. Never mind. Just attack the next lap for turn 1. Make sure you use the outside on the braking so you maximize your way into the turn. Throttle, 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 keep it. Trust on the car, just stay flat out there. Yeah, turning too much on the steering wheel.
Yes, yes. I know.
The exit technique itself is good, like the amount of throttle you give it, you really push it hard. And this is genuinely good, but you need the front to be able to get that rotation first. Which by overturning on the steering wheel, like you just do in that very moment, you just introduce more understeer into it. This is a common mistake when people turn in and they feel like, oh, the car doesn't turn enough. They even turn more on the steering wheel, actually making the issue worse.
Let's try.
That was a good Rivazza indeed. So again, steer less, try to make use of the roads, and push. Push, 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 push. Great, yes, 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 yes.
Oh, no.
Stay on the left, stay on the left, stay on the left. You missed turn 5 apex.
Yes, I miss it.
Yes, perfect. You started to turn less at the very end of the corner and actually allowed the car to rotate. This will sadly be off track. Don't turn too much on the steering wheel. Yes, exactly, only this amount. And don't forget to push. I know it feels weird and it takes time, but if you consecutively keep doing it, and push, 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 push. Yes, great, great, great. Never mind, keep going. Hit that turn 5 apex and stay to the left. Ah, almost.
Almost.
Still, I think you could have done easily a PB in the first sector. Beautiful Aqua Minerale. How do you feel the balance of the car right now? Do you feel that the rear end is losing a little bit of grip now?
No, I feel it. I feel it good for me now.
Okay.
Because I feel comfortable.
Okay.
I would say.
Probably Probably you are overusing the front, therefore the balance kind of keeps the same.
Yes. But I feel good the car.
Okay. Oh, that's too much. Yeah.
No,
You can't hit the anti-cut curbs on the first chicane,
No.
sadly. You want to attack your lap time with 50 liters, or you want to get a fresh set of rubbers and try to go into the 43s with a high fuel?
let's try with a handful of liters with new tires.
50
On
liters?
yes, 50 liters for
Yes.
5 laps.
Yes.
Usually I was running with 5 for 5 laps.
Okay. Yeah, you can
And,
press escape and take.
Okay.
You said
Okay.
fuel for 5 laps.
Okay.
Wha- The
And to
the
be
one
fair,
the 143.9 that you did. How many fuel was this?
it was only for 5 laps.
Okay.
But to be clear, I just did it only twice, 43.9,
Mhm.
and my pace was currently 44.2.5, like this one,
Okay. So
with
take.
with few liters, with few laps.
Okay, just take that fuel
Let
for
me
5 laps.
Okay. Then I did only a couple of times 43.8.9,
Mhm.
nothing more. And to be fair, I didn't know how I did it. So
Yeah, never mind. With the current setup and your current driving that you've already done, I'm pretty sure you can go into the low 43s, if not 42s.
see, okay, set up, and usually I put on fuel. Oh, sorry, where is it?
Exactly, you have 6.5 minutes left.
Okay, last run.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, just for 5 laps.
Exactly. Then you can do 2 or 3 timed laps, and I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
you will do really, really good.
I hope so. Otherwise, I will practice later.
That is your homework anyway.
Yeah. Okay, 23 liters, 5
Okay,
laps.
let's go.
Okay, go.
Yes,
Go.
go, 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 go. Okay, and once again on your outlap, remember turn 3, so turn 2 just attack turn 2 in the normal way, turn 3 stay flat out and make the car turn from rotation with a throttle, and then we once again focus on turn 5 and 6. Really, the turn 5 curbs, you really want to ride them hard and then open your entry all the way from the left into turn 6.
Okay.
That's what we want to try in this out lap, and then we do it perfect in the fast lap. And push, 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 push. Yes, all the way push. Okay, now focus to hit that turn 5 curb and stay to the left to open your entry for 6. From the driving line itself, it looked a lot better again. Now you just need to find the correct speed in it. But I now let you get used to the low fuel, and then I will hopefully be surprised with a 42.
Hope so.
Focus on 5 and 6. Very good. This is alright, take this lap for learning. Oh, this Aqua Minerale looked good. Maybe just a tad too quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that you've kind of learned how the car behaves with lower fuel, try to anticipate it for your next lap. And then I'm pretty sure you will do a good job. Don't overdo it, don't over push. Just try to hit your marks. Try to remember about the new lines you want to try. And about the new driving techniques.
Okay.
Too bad.
Bad.
Never mind, make the rest of the lap count. Very good. Ah, yeah, it finished the session
Okay.
automatically. I'm sorry.
Automatic.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
problem.
I need to find a setting on the server to make this overlap just a little longer.
Anyway, good.
But did you feel an improvement for yourself?
Yes, I would say yes. I need to trust more the car
Yeah.
and to let the car go
Mhm.
because I know that sometimes, as you noticed, I'm not risking too much over
Yes.
the curves and over the entry.
Yes.
Maybe over the exit.
Yeah.
And the band where I struggled much more was the Variante Alta,
Mhm.
and then the number 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
especially the 5 and 6.
Yes, I saw this.
Then yes, then the Tosa sometimes was good, sometimes not. Just I think a matter of concentration and perseverance to do
Mhm.
always the same line and the same technique
Mhm.
in in the sub.
What?
Also, also the Acque Minerali. Now I'm feeling more comfortable with this setup than the default setup
Mhm.
because with the default setup I was I would say swimming, let's say.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
I know what you mean. I
Uh,
saw you.
yeah,
I saw you were on the brakes and at the same
mm,
time on the throttle, trying to desperately keep the car stable
yes,
in the
yes.
beginning of the coaching session. And I see that you started to just let the car go through Aqua
Oh,
Minerali.
mhm,
So it definitely stopped. What I have seen in general, and it is just not really possible to work on so many aspects in just 1 hour. So I just give this to
yes,
you
yes.
as an advice. What I see you
Hmm.
do a lot is you brake hard, then you kind of nearly completely release the throttle, the brake, and
Uh-huh.
you turn in quickly. Um,
Hmm.
what would be beneficial for you is if you are smoothing your inputs, like
Yes.
you are like drive, 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 brake, 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 steer, steer,
Yes.
steer, steer. That is kind of the way you drive and you do the pedal inputs. Um, it would be best if you smooth it down a little, so the transmission from drive, drive, brake, 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 and then
Yes.
steer, steer, steer. I'm just trying with a voice to kind of
No, no, no. I fully understand. I need to
okay,
drive more relaxed. I
exactly.
mean,
I
no,
hear you.
more relaxed,
I hear you
more
very
relaxed.
often. I hear you really fighting
Yes.
fighting the car,
Yes.
fighting the
Yes.
wheel, which
That's
shows
correct.
me that
That's
you are,
correct.
you're so stiff in how you have the hands on the wheel. You're so stiff and under full suspense with the entire body when operating the pedals. Um,
Hmm.
it is no wonder to me that this on off 100%, 0% on off, full lock, no lock, full lock.
Hmm.
It just makes total sense that it is that way. So what you really need to do is like,
Yes.
go 2 steps back, just relax, cool down,
Relax and
and
drive, relaxing.
don't over. I don't know how to say. Don't overreact, don't over push, and don't over force yourself driving the car. Just feel it and enjoy driving the car while not being stressed, while not being 100% under suspense.
Hmm.
That is something to work on on the mental side personally. Like
Hmm.
sometimes it feels that you're scared of the next corner and you're so scared to outbrake yourself that you brake too early and then still turn in the same way and be way too early at the
Exactly.
apex.
Hmm.
Um,
I I understood. I
so
understood.
what can be beneficial, how to get sort of rid of this? Um, you've done a couple of 44 fives with 120 liters now.
Hmm.
Let's say if you put in 120 liters again and you start driving, just your target lap
Just
time,
driving.
yeah, just drive, and the target lap time is not a 144.5. You don't want to be super fast, but
Hmm.
what you want to do is like put in a 45.3, let's say, but just be controlled. Hit your marks, hit the same lines every lap, every time.
Everywhere.
Just
Be consistent.
be consistent, be smooth, don't overturn the wheel, don't push the car to the very limit. Like, drive the car at 85, 90% of its abilities. And then you
Hmm.
do this for like 10 laps. Look at your consistency. You want to be all the way in between, let's say, 45.0 and 45.4, let's say. And then you start pushing again. Then you want to start doing 45 zeros. Then you want to go 44 eights. Then you want to go 44 fives. But not by falling back into old habits, but while kind of keeping that style, just going a little bit more aggressive in general. And at
Okay.
some
Step by
point,
step.
Exactly, step by step. And at some point, you're just gonna do the same lap times that you are doing right now, but you do them controlled, you do them fully aware, you're doing them full consciousness about what you do and why you're doing it.
Okay. And okay, knowing what I'm doing. Yes.
Exactly, and
Right.
also sort of feeling what you're doing. Like you're so focused on getting the car around this corner as quickly as possible that as you said something very distinctive there. You said you did a 43.8 and you haven't even had
Yes.
a clue how you did it. And this is actually what it describes perfectly. Of
So
course, you sort of do know what you're doing because you're
mhm,
doing it
I
anyway.
did.
But
Mhm.
if someone would have tell you, okay, just repeat that lap to a certain
I
extent,
cannot. I
you
cannot right
cannot.
now.
Yes,
I may. I may, but I cannot assure to do it.
exactly. So where we want to get to the point is
I
that you can do 95% of the times you can do a lap, you want to do it the way you do it. Instead of 95% of the time, it may be luck that you're gonna hit it exactly that way. Just over exaggerating now.
yeah. I think I should take over the split times because always I'm focused if I'm gaining or losing tenths over the each.
Yes.
So I think I need to get rid of it
Hmm.
and do 20 laps with the full tank, and then looking at the times and the
Yes.
pace.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes, this is of course a way to go there. What you are looking for is you want to get consistent, you want to get controlled laps in, you want to get identical laps in, and
Yes.
once you achieve this, you start to increase your level of aggressiveness, your level of push, until at
Hmm.
some point you hit the limit of the car, hopefully.
Okay. And I won't touch the setup as it now. Nothing
Yes.
to change. Nothing to change. Otherwise, I'm getting messed up.
Yes, exactly. You don't want to change anything on the setup.
No.
You also want to make sure that whenever you're testing, like in this circumstance, that your railroad does not involve, so does no rubber come additionally onto the track,
Mm-hmm.
because by that you make sure that every improvement, as long as you don't change anything on fuel or setup, but any improvement comes only and solely from your driving.
Okay. Yes, just driving and improve the driving.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna put this down in your report.
Okay.
A couple of hints, a couple of tips how to go on with this, how to do more practice with this.
That's
Um,
fine. That's good.
and it would be wasting time to just let you drive that 85% controlled. Of course, at
Mhm.
some point I can have a short look at it, but I would not advise doing a full hour of just watch you drive and like, okay, and chill down and just let you do the job yourself. I think you can do this on your own. And
Mhm.
since you have a background in racing, you will be obviously clever enough to also put those times
Yes,
into
to put
contrast.
more time. Exactly. But anyway, we know that 1 hour is a small amount of time. But
It's all right.
did you see some improvement on my side in this hour?
On Yes, 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 big time. Like, remember, you have done a 44.5, I think, with
Yes.
120 liters of fuel.
Uh-huh.
And compared to 25 liters, there is over a second just in the fuel load, I would
Just in
suggest.
the few hours.
So
Okay, good.
I think your 44.5 would have been at least worth a 43.5,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is half a second improvement, I want to say. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think the best way to find out if you just take the setup and go back into your own testing session and just do the
Mm-hmm.
laps again and just try to compare and see where you end up. Um,
Okay.
what I have definitely seen is that you attack the corner exit a lot more. So you're not waiting until the car is stable again so
Yes,
you can push. now you already gained the reliability into the car, the trust into the car, making you push it on the exit, which is good. And this will also support you in the future. So you will get more and more used to that. And at some point, you will feel exactly when you can accelerate, how hard you can accelerate, and what you just need to do to let the car go.
knowing what we're doing, right?
Exactly. You improved the driving lines here and there. You still need to focus a lot on turn 5 and 6. There is still 2 or 3 tenths on the line. I will also put a Google Maps shot of this turn, how it would be ideally taken, put it into the report. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. You have still that overlap going on throttle and brakes, but in the beginning you were of like 50% brake and 50% throttle, which is just inefficient. Other than overheating the brakes and burning extra fuel, you're not helping the car. Actually, you irritate the car because, you know, you accelerate, decelerate, accelerate, decelerate. So often a change of acceleration and deceleration within a specific moment, this can just unsettle the car. So, you know, the perfect thing is, you know, just brake, a transmission to throttle, maybe a little bit of a trail brake, and then just transmit to throttle, and you were like on off on both at the same time, and you started to pretty immediately just hit the brakes, turn in, softly hit the throttle, then push the throttle. So you've done a very good job in starting to manage this straight away.
Good. Sounds good. Good. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much for working with me.
Great. Thank you very much, Michi, and that was great because I just needed a session like this. So now I had the confirmation of my doubts, and also I learned a lot in this hour and a half.
Yeah, that is absolutely fine.
Yes, and it was great, really great, and I
Thank you.
appreciate your help.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for
Okay,
working with me there.
okay, so session is over,
Yes.
lesson is over, and we will see next time. I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't know, but even my son maybe later would he would have a coaching session with you. He's much faster than me, and
Okay.
I don't know when, but maybe in a couple of weeks. And let me know how he can contact you if he
Yes,
wants
of
to
course.
do it.
If he
Mhm.
wants to do it, feel free to
Okay.
give away my email to him.
Okay.
And
First
then
email. First email.
yeah, the simracing at michi-heuer.com, or we can
Yes.
also talk via Discord directly, however we want to do
Okay.
this.
Okay. We will see. I just wanted to let you know that he's interested too.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
Okay. Sounds good, and we'll see when.
Okay, thank you for the
So
business.
now, thank you very much. Have a good evening, Michi.
Same to
So
you.
now, are you sending me a report of the session in the next days?
Yes, exactly. It will take a little time for me to write it because I am busy
No.
till Monday and stuff. But what I will do now is, as soon as the video is finished and as soon as my stream will be done, I upload this to YouTube and get you the link, and so you can rewind the entire session again, and then in a few days you get your report.
Okay, no problem and no hurry. Okay.
Thank you.
So the setup is under received, and I can save
Yes.
on my own folder.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Thank you very much again, Michi. Have
You're
a good
welcome.
day. Have a good evening, and
Same to
talk
you.
soon. Same to you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.